I think it stopped on its own. I don't know where it stopped, but I just started it again. Never heard it ding. So I'll have to go back and look at the footage and see exactly what it is I got. And how much of it's me just talking to my phone doing nothing. I do have to say the one officer is really close to the suspect. You know, like literally he's less than a foot away. And he does kind of have the bowed arms stance thing going on. Spread feet, bowed arms. It's interesting, the one cop is kind of hiding behind the pole every once in a while. I was wondering why I haven't walked away yet. Okay, that's an interesting vehicle. It's interesting, one guy's keeping an eye on me instead of the suspect. I don't know, maybe they're waiting for info to come back on the when running his license plate or whatnot. This definitely tells me I wish if I was going forward with something like this that I'd had a better... Again with the flashlight in the face. That's kind of fucking rude. I don't know if he's thinking he's impeding me or something, shining it on me. Wondering what's going on. Sorry for the movement. I'm out here with my dog and he's kind of getting restless. I may have to leave before this ends. It would suck. I really wish I could see it through to the end. I mean, not that I expect anything to happen. It would really be good to have a coherent video from front to end. But the one officer's having a conversation with somebody on his walkie-talkie. I can't hear anything they're saying. I can just hear that there's radio traffic. Again, I'm not interested in identifying anybody. I'm not trying to determine what's going on exactly. Just film me. to get a kind of a taste for it, to see what it's about. Yep, I'm still here. I still haven't moved, and I'm still not a problem for you. Again, I'm not real thrilled about the flashlight in his face kind of shit. I mean, that's kind of an intimidation thing. I think he's trying to obscure his face from my camera. But in doing that, he's actually causing discomfort to the subject. Looks like it's a shoulder mount. Oh, he's tucked his flashlight in his shoulder loop. His epaulette, I believe. I just, one of the reasons that made me curious about this is because reports that the police have harassed the homeless community, and I know one man's harassment is another man's, pleasant visit, so I'm not jumping to conclusions. I'm just curious to see how they, at least these two officers, conduct themselves. That's it. Like I said, I'm not trying to identify them. I'm not trying to get anybody's information. I just want to do a stop from start to finish. That's all I'm about. Yeah, again, I'm not interested in hearing them. I don't want to know what he's telling the individual. I don't really care. I know I don't have a steady camera or gimbal, but oh, here comes another officer. Pulling something out of his vehicle. interesting. This call's taking so long. And they're already going on 20 minutes at least, maybe 25. So I don't know if they're going for warrants or that sort of thing. They're obviously conducting some sort of an investigation. At first I thought it might be a sobriety check, but apparently that's not what's going on. They just got him on the sidewalk talking to him. Again, I know this video probably sucks. I am not a videographer. Interesting, there's some light that went out, so it's really hard to see anything anymore. Sorry, my dog's getting restless again. So they removed something and put it on the car. Okay, they are doing a sobriety test, it looks like. Yeah. I heard the quintessential "you're okay" question. They're doing the heel-toe stance thing, I think. That's a joke. Yeah, my dog's kind of getting pretty restless. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, yeah, they're doing the eye movement test. I forget the acronym, where they move the pen and then get his eyes to go to the side and see if there's rapid movement, at what angle. I've heard about it. I've seen it explained. Again, I don't remember the acronym, but basically it's just the eye movement test. And now dipshit cop's his flashlight at me again, thinking he's going to stop me from filming. I don't know. Maybe they don't even care that I'm here. Yeah, and I can't hear a thing they're saying. I can hear some mumbling voices, and I don't want to know. I'm not here to audit their arrest. I'm just here to document it. I'm just trying to see how they treat people. Get a general feel. So now they're having him do now they're having him do the heel-toe test thing. Again, can't hear a thing they're saying, don't want to hear a thing they're saying. I can tell from body language and tone whether or not they're being respectful. That's all I care about at this point. So he's demonstrating it to him right now. And they're going to make sure that he can remember the instructions and then follow the instructions. And if he can follow the instructions, is he doing it in a manner that they would expect to see a non-inebriated person do it? So does he have balance problems? I would fail this test because, number one, the instructions are too long and I'd forget them all. So that's something, I'm not that I drink, I never drink. I would never drink and drive. And if I got a DUI or DWI test, I would have to try and invalidate it because of the fact that I have a medical problem and I cannot remember long series of instructions. I walked down the hall and I forget what I was doing, or I try and copy a number from, like, say, a piece of paper over to a computer or vice versa. I have to look 10 times, if it's a sufficiently long number. Okay, so they're done instructing him. I mean, that took literally 2 minutes. And now comes the test, and they're asking him to do it. There he goes. See, now I have zero experience with this test. I could not tell you for the life of me whether he's failing or not. Yeah, I don't want to get this gentleman's face on the camera. I didn't get you on my camera. Yeah, so I can't tell if he passed that or not. He looked pretty steady to me. I mean, if I were to try and judge from that test, I would give him a passing grade. I mean, he didn't do it quickly, but he certainly didn't stumble, and he didn't topple, and he didn't... I don't know if he followed the instructions correctly. Again, because I can't hear the instructions. So now it looks like they're making him do the stand with your foot off the ground test, which I've heard about. Thankfully my dog settled down. I think he realizes I'm not going anywhere right now. Yeah, see, we're coming up on close to 30 minutes stop. Which is interesting. Yeah, so they're telling him to do this. That's the one interesting thing. He said it loud enough that I could hear that time. He's telling him to do the 6 inches off the ground thing. It's interesting, his voice is getting louder. I don't know if he's doing that because the suspect is having a hard time hearing him or understanding him, or it's just interesting that his voice is getting louder. I mean, before right now, I could not understand almost a word they said. And I'm not talking loud enough to disturb them. I mean, I bet they can't even hear that I'm talking. Anyway. I mean, I'm hoping in my heart, you know, and this is what I want to see, is a nothing to see here incident. 2 good officers doing a good job protecting the citizens of the city, treating people with professionalism, courtesy, you know, respect. Guy may have done something wrong, but that doesn't, I mean, I can't hear anything in these guys' tone that states that, you know, that tells me that they're keyed up or they're, you know, agitated or being rude or mean to him. So, looks like they're doing another test. I don't know what it is. I think he couldn't do the foot up out off the ground thing. Didn't look like he did that one very well. I have a feeling they're reading him the fact that they're going to probably arrest him. I don't know. At this point, it's anybody's guess. So, okay. Thought they're explaining something to him. I guess they're going to have him try doing the foot off the ground test again. At least he's standing that way. I don't know. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, he's having a bit of a wobbly time there. Now, me personally, I have what they call apraxia. Apraxia is an issue with balance. Okay, now they're having to, yeah, see, he can't stand on one foot. So he's giving up. So my guess is that they're going to go ahead and arrest him for DUI. And that would be my guess. And if the guy is indeed intoxicated, yeah, that's good. I'm glad that they're going to get him off the street. You know, this is what policing is about, is finding the people doing things that are wrong. You know, like driving under the influence. So, again, as I stated, no ill will, no ill intent, just documenting a police stop. Just, again, I do apologize about the cut in footage because I accidentally stopped filming while I was trying to zoom in a bit. I'm on a camera where I really have I've literally only videotaped once with this thing, and that was, you know, just a short, hey, I'm going to try it out thing, and so I didn't really try zooming in and out with one hand and that sort of thing. Like I said, I really, really hope that this concludes peacefully. I really don't want to see anybody's rights get violated. You know, I want these officers to be stars. I want them to shine. I want them to prove that Nevada has police officers that are trained to interact with the public. You know, they're not bravado-drenched, testosterone-stoked macho guys that feel like command and authority are their only tools. You know, that realize that being respectful and polite and professional will get them a whole lot better results than So, okay, it looks like they're directing him towards the car. Again, I don't want to know who he is. I'm not, hopefully we can't see his plate. I don't really, I'll blur that out if it, yeah, so they're going to go ahead and arrest him. Looks like they're going to, they got some kind of kit or something. I don't know what that is. I'm wondering if that's a substance kit or a breathalyzer. I don't know if Nevada has field breathalyzer kits. Sorry. Almost stepped on my dog's tail. Oh, no, we're not going anywhere, Joe. Hold on. Sorry, had to switch arms. My right arm's getting kind of tired. Yeah, so they're having to do a field breathalyzer test. Looks like. It's interesting that the city of Nevada has field breathalyzer tests. So, again, I have no clue what the result is. I can't hear a thing they're talking about. I don't want to. You know, I don't want to know what this guy's, if he's intoxicated, what level or anything. That's just not my business. Yeah, so they're prompting him more and more and more and more and more. So he's got to keep blowing, 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 blowing. So that's the suspect is up against the hood. So they're waiting for the results. So yeah. So now we're coming up on a 40-minute stop. I know this is kind of boring, but they're doing, yeah. So I don't know. Interesting to see what they do. I mean, you'd think if you blew anything illegal in the breathalyzer, that they wouldn't delay taking him into custody. Not sure what my dog's puffing at. He sees something that's got his attention. So they're repeating the test. Interesting, I don't know if that's to document, you know, multiple attempts, or to verify, or anything. So they're putting the breathalyzer away. So they are going to go ahead and arrest him. They're telling him to turn around and put his hands behind his back. I'll just kind of zoom in here a bit and make sure this goes smoothly without he's not resisting. He's fully understands that he's kind of probably drunk, getting tagged for DUI, DWI. So they're giving him some instructions. Again, I'm sure the commentary is not going to turn out very well on this. I'm sure my voice is pretty muffled and hard to understand. But there they go ahead and putting him into the unit, or opening up a unit. I have to say, this is interesting, because I've been debating whether or not this is something that I have been wanting to do, or what that I want to do. I've been interested in it. I've been thinking about it. Now, if I were to go around videoing the police, my personality type is non-confrontational. I don't want to bait any officers into doing something wrong. You know, I'm not out for lawsuits, or I wouldn't be out for lawsuits. I'm not that kind of guy. My interest is simply documenting police action, police activity. You know, making sure that we, the people, we, the citizens of Novato and surrounding areas, can have faith and trust in our police officers. That if we're in the situation where they interact with us, that we don't have to fear them. There's no tyrannical behavior. You know, there's no disciplinary problems. There's no rogue, macho, bullfighter type guys out there. From what I do understand, the city of Novato has spent quite a bit of time training their officers for de-escalation, you know. At least that's what the chief has said. So, and again, neither of these officers I have seen have done anything that I could talk negatively about, you know. They've been very polite, they've been very patient. You know, they're matter of fact. They're doing their job. This isn't a touchy-feely kind of job. Yet they do have respect, and they are being professional, and that's awesome. I don't know who they are. I don't know which officers they are. I'm not going to try and get their car numbers or the license plates or that sort of thing. That's just not where I'm at right now. I'm just documenting a stop. I know my dog's not happy with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, once they put him in the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and break off. Again. Quite honestly, glad to see, or at least so far, there's been no issues. And the fact that I stood here talking for 40 minutes is just incredible. So I think they're writing up some information. Probably the I don't know, citation or whatever for driving while under the influence. DWI. Keep wondering why they switched for. I know DWI used to be driving while intoxicated, and then now they use DUI for driving under the influence. So, but I know both of those terms kind of get thrown around. Yeah, when I grew up and I had my education, it was DWI, driving while intoxicated, because driving under the influence of drugs was so rare back then, or at least getting pulled over for it. And I don't know if you guys can hear me talking. If you hear some fan noise or whatever, again, that's my mask. I have a special mask that blows air in so I can get adequate oxygen. I'm one of those people that actually does have a medical problem where the masks cause me to, my body to go into panic attacks. So now they're frisking him, and again, they're not being hurried or angry, or can't tell if they're going into his pockets. But I guess if he's under arrest, then they have that right. It's not until he's been arrested that they can go into his pockets. So they didn't do that. They didn't do the frisk or anything until after he was arrested. I have to say, my back is killing me. I'm going to be having spasms all night. But I wanted to document this. I wanted to try, see. I may never do this again. I don't know. I'm sure that my video has nothing compelling and no reason to attract any views. I'm not looking for notoriety or anything. So again, as soon as I put him in the car, I'm going to go ahead and break off. We'll see if they want to approach me. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they approach me, to see if they want to interact with me and that sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I think they're asking if he has anything in his car he wants. I need. Well, now we have another officer. Interesting. We just had another officer pull up to the scene. Again, I'm going to zoom out. I don't want to identify this gentleman. He's not a happy guy. I think they're going to have him take over and deal with the car and whatnot. So yeah, as I suspected, the other officer's going over to the car. I think he's going to deal with processing it and getting it towed, impounded. And there we go. We're done. He's in the car and we're ready to go. So that was interesting for my first police interaction video. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to let these gentlemen finish up what they're doing. I am so glad that it went well. I will keep the camera rolling just in case there's audio or they want to come up and talk to me. Looks like one gentleman is, officer is taking the car that the suspect's in. They're going to go ahead and process him quickly so he's just not sitting out here in the cold. Which, you know, again, professional respect. Professional and respectful. Now, I don't like the fact that they're doing a search on his vehicle. You know, you know, I'm just going to zoom in here. They are doing a search on his vehicle, which, you know, by law, I'm sure they're allowed to, but come on. Anyway, maybe they're just doing an inventory, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about this interaction to make much commentary, but everything looks good, so I'm gonna go. Come on. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy, yeah. Come on. No, we're gonna go this way, buddy. Come on. I have no clue what I'm filming right now. I'm just going to keep recording just in the off chance that they want to talk to me. Okay.